Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. We are WordPress Tampa Bay, and you are here for our Ask Us Anything crowdsourcing WordPress support workshop. I am Jim True, the lead organizer for WordPress Tampa Bay, and below me you'll see Elaine Simmons and Travis Lopes, my co-organizers for WordPress Tampa Bay. Jen Novak is not going to be here tonight. She is not feeling well. So let's get started, shall we? We have 6 viewers out there in the world. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of nice. So this is WordPress Tampa Bay. We meet monthly on the third Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. We're online for our Ask Us Anythings and in person for quarterly socials, which we are not really doing right now because it's the summer. So we may change our minds. We'll figure that out. But right now we haven't done a quarterly social since last year. Our Meetup website is meetup.com/WP Tampa Bay. Our website is wptampabay.org, wptampabay.org. On our website, you will find links to our Slack chat, our Facebook group, and our Meetup groups. We are a member of the WordPress Tampa Bay network, which is a loosely affiliated or combined meetups, rather, of Tampa, St. Petersburg, Brandon, Rico, Newport Richey, and Lakeland. We had separate groups for each of the regions within Tampa Bay, but with the COVID and everything else, and during the pandemic, we kind of they all went kind of inactive. But St. Petersburg was the only one that was continuously working, so we decided to merge them all together. And the goal will be is that folks will be able to, if you're in St. Petersburg and you want to get together and do something on a regular basis, reach out to us, let us know, and we will put something on the calendar for you. Officially, we're only going to be doing these. But unofficially, since WordPress's Meetup system doesn't allow you to do self-hosted events, you'll just need to ask us and we'll put it on the calendar for you. So if you want to get together to do coffee or get together and do like a co-working day or anything like that, if you want to get together and play with the block editor together, the whole idea is that you decide you want to do it. You can find a place and or at least establish a place that you want to do it. Like go to a restaurant and say, "Hey, I'm going to take a table and sit 5 people down, and that's how it's going to go." Do it, and we'll put it on the calendar. That's not the goal. But anyway, continuing on, our upcoming meetups and events for the next couple of months. Next month, April 16th, we are doing a discussion here on the block editor. We're going to be discussing classic versus block themes, block editor versus builders, how blocks work, how Gutenberg works now, pitfalls and everything that you might be falling into. Basically, we want you to send us your questions. If you are still on the fence about using the block editor or on the fence about using Gutenberg, or you're stuck in the builder world and want to go to the block editor, or trying to decide, well, what's the big deal? Send us your questions. I'll put up a very specific questionnaire for the next meetup, and when I post this one, when I change it, and we'll also do the same on Facebook and get some discussions going so that we have some things to very specifically talk. But yeah, if you have any questions you've got specifically regarding Gutenberg, the block editor, classic versus block themes, that sort of thing, please get them into us, and we will try to cover as many as we can during the call next month. In May, we're going to be doing another Ask Us Anything crowdsourcing WordPress support workshop, just like this, in May 21st. And in June, we'll be doing another one of these, or we'll be doing a focused topic discussion. If I get my button gear, we may do Grow Beyond Posts and Pages, another discussion of the Pods framework now that it's been updated past 3.0 and added quite a bit of new functionality. That's all dependent on me if I can get my button gear and write the new script. So, but if we don't, we won't. We'll talk about something else. Okay. Anyway, we're looking for speakers. If you are fluent and comfortable in talking about WordPress and web design, front end or back end, doing plugin reviews, theme reviews, anything pertinent to web design or WordPress, we'd love to hear from you. I've never spoken public before, no problem. We're doing most of these online right now anyway. It's also great for your resume, your LinkedIn, or your Twitter, or X, or whatever they call it now. If you're interested in becoming a speaker, please go to wptampabay.org/speakers/call. Our code of conduct tonight. There are no stupid questions except the one you didn't ask. We're limiting question discussion to 10 to 15 minutes anymore, and you should be hiring a consultant. So basically, that means that we're going to discuss the questions that you guys have put on our meetup, but we're keeping them, that discussion about 10 to 15 minutes, then we can get through all of them tonight. And everyone gets to speak, but no crosstalk, please. If you are going to dial into the call to ask questions, we're using StreamYard, and the invite link is posted on Facebook and YouTube chat. I think. Oops, I may have missed that one. I'll get it in there right now. Copy. And we'll throw them into our chat right now. Yeah, because I just realized I didn't throw any of our questions in yet either. I'm behind today. Sorry, guys. But that's okay though, because we have a topic that we are going to talk about a little bit before we'll get started with actual questions. But anyway, if you're dialing in, follow the instructions that are provided when you click that link. And they will help you get your microphone and your camera set up properly first before you join the call. And that's the proper part of the test. And then when you're actually on the stream, if you are watching the stream through Facebook or YouTube in another tab, you need to make sure that you mute the audio in those tabs. Okay? All right. So questions, ask us anything. So before we get started with questions, we had let me get rid of this little guy for a bit. Yeah, let's go back into a full view. Where are we? There we are. Hey. So we had I tend to, because I'm a support person, I tend to follow other support channels and on Facebook specifically, and determine, I try to jump in if I can. But it was a very interesting discussion. This fella came into Facebook group on another platform that I'm not going to mention because I don't want to name any names and get anybody in trouble or anything like that. But basically, they came in asking for assistance. But they came in asking for assistance in the entirely wrong way. They came in going, I know everyone's just going to tell me I need to open a ticket with support and I need to, open a ticket, but I'm on the other side of the world. And by the time they get to me, it'll be too late. So that's what their first bad mistake was. Their second bad mistake was, I know that I should be testing all this stuff on staging site or on a non-production site, but we're a nonprofit and we save rescues for animals and stuff like this. And I don't have time or money to do that. And I know someone's going to tell me I need to hire someone to help me do this if I don't have time to do it. But we're a nonprofit and we don't have time for that. And my first comment would be, you're a nonprofit. You're either running a hobby or a business. And if you're running a hobby, then you're doing a disservice to the nonprofit that you're working for, because that nonprofit is giving money to the goal and the project that the nonprofit is around. And if you are not taking that job seriously and you're not giving them the focus and taking care of the things that need to keep your business working, you are actually hurting that nonprofit and their money. You're being irresponsible with their money, basically, is how it's working. So that's kind of where that discussion kind of comes from. That's kind of where my viewpoint went to immediately. But what I was very impressed with, the owners of that support group are support engineer experts. And they kind of came at this from a really good way. They said, first off, let me actually find it because I thought his response was perfect. I didn't lose it. Let me see. I had it penned.
As a customer, you can't expect support to do all that debugging work for you. Imagine if they were trying to do that for literally every single ticket that comes in. It's not viable, both from a time perspective and a cost perspective. If you would expect that kind of service, the cost of the plugin you're purchasing, you would not be thrilled about it.
Right. Well, the viewpoint he came back with, which I thought was very important, which says, to summarize the initial post, you don't want to submit support tickets because time zones. 2, you don't want to run proper testing on your site with staging sites or regression testing because too expensive or something. 3, you're having problems that are by no means widespread, and then instead of submitting a ticket, you're coming here to vent. Kind of hit the nail on the head. Because I get it, it's cathartic to vent, but nobody here other than they and their team can help you, and the way we have to help you is not for you to pay extra money to look more deeply into your site. It's to submit a support ticket, and they'll look into it as deeply as they need to for no extra charge, and will doggedly get there to try to replicate the problems, isolate problems, etc. But they can't fully troubleshoot on a live site, so we'll need a non-live site where problems are happening in order to go ham on things. Anyway, that was the whole thing about it. And one of the big pieces was the power of WordPress is that it's your site, not ours. I'd strongly recommend hiring someone who will get you a staging site set up with regression testing, which is necessary. So that was kind of where that discussion was coming from, is I really wanted to point out that as a business, you can't afford to play it like a hobby. Your customers that you work for, that use your business and stuff like that, you need to have staging sites for your production websites. You need to have a live and a sandbox for your e-commerce configuration, and test your forms and test your payment methods. So that was kind of where all that came from. So I see that we have Dory down there, and Dory actually asked a question inside our Meetup group. She asked, favicons are not showing in your dashboard. And hi, I gather that this is your first event, correct, Dory?
Hi, yes, this is my first one in the Tampa area. I just moved from Orlando. I attended a few. They have a West Orlando and like a Central Orlando. I've been to both. Just a couple times. I've gotten into WordPress over the past year, and I
Okay.
have multiple websites. But for some reason, the favicons are not showing on the back end. Like on the front end, totally fine. They show up, they're in the tab. But when I look in my dashboard, I'm using multi-site, by the way.
Okay.
They're just not there. So the only way I can show you would be if I could share my screen, but I've never used StreamYard before, so I'm not sure if I could do that.
You would basically go down to, when you're in StreamYard, I believe you've got the ability to show. Do you have a button for present?
Yes, let me see.
If you click that, you should be able to show your screen, and then I'll add it to the screen.
Okay, so let me get to the right screen first. So I'm sorry, I wasn't ready.
No, it's okay. Well, I've actually got Kenneth on here too, so I'm going to go and bring you in, buddy. Because I know you know how to use the
Hey guys.
the microphone and everything too. I did find something on favicons and WordPress, because I did a little bit of research while we were on. Yeah, if you're a WordPress user and discover your favicon is not showing, re-upload the image and clear all cache. Also install the really simple SSL plugin to prevent HTTPS versus HTTP mixed content errors. And I think it actually depends on where the favicons are stored in your multi-site as to how they work or not. Because I remember having this issue when I used to work on a multi-site too. So that was the one that they were talking about. It was like, make sure that you're not getting a mixed contents, like it is being delivered. But you said you're seeing it on the front end, you're just not seeing it on the back end, correct?
Yeah, let me see if I can share my screen.
Cool.
You know what? It's somehow working. The favicons are all there, so never mind.
Well, I'm so glad we fixed it for you.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Oh, no, they disappeared again. Okay.
Okay, so they're there and then they disappear?
They disappeared. Hold on. All I did was go from like the top level multi-site to the specific site. Okay, let me.
Oh, so wait a minute. Are you seeing them when you're in the list of sites, but you're not seeing them at the individual level?
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes,
No.
I can
All
see
right.
it now. There we go.
So yeah, right here. They were just here, I swear, and then now they've disappeared. I think.
What is that icon that's on there? Is that one of your site's icons?
Which one?
Can you
Can you zoom in?
where the icon should be? Can you right click on that?
Oh, there you go. Nice.
And then open it in a new tab?
Oh, I see.
I think you can.
Yeah, that's a missing image is what it's showing.
Yeah. What's it linking
That's
to?
what I see too, is a missing image.
Weird.
Yeah, that indicator is missing image. So it's like it's
So-
not saying
But
where the
now it's
path is.
there.
But now it's there. You see, when I go to a specific site, they show
Mhm.
up. But if I'm on like the
Oh,
top
I get it.
level,
If you're on the top level now, that's hang on a second.
Do an inspect. It might be that one. It might be that it's HTTP and not HTTPS. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because that's going to give you that mixed content error. So
Yeah, but that'll usually still appear.
you think?
Yeah.
I've seen it do what she's seen, which is it will flash. It's like when the JavaScript or PHP is running in the background, it initially loads, but then when it
Mhm.
finishes, it says, "Oh, I shouldn't be here," and it takes it away.
Okay.
so should I do an inspect on the?
You want to look
Okay,
at the
so
console, right?
You try it on the one
Yeah.
that it's broken.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Right click. There we go.
What I'm looking for here.
You're looking. Oh, it is. It's HTTP. See the SRC equals HTTP.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the problem. So
Yep.
you need to, use, go into the database, search for HTTP : and then anywhere you find that, change them all to HTTPS :
So by database, you mean like in the PHP files?
Well, are those sites actually? Do they all have an SSL certificate, and are they all forcing SSL?
Yeah, I have a wildcard SSL certificate that works for all domains for this domain.
Okay.
I'm doing my best here, guys.
I would double check the site URL for the child site and
Yeah.
make sure it's set to HTTPS instead of HTTP. Because that's where the root of the problem would be, as far as like how WordPress generates the URL for the favicon.
And how would I do that?
If you go,
Are you using
this?
like that's a good one because like
yeah,
on multi-site, because I haven't been on multi-site in a long time. I'm not an expert on multi-site anymore.
yeah, and then go down to the demo one and hit edit. Actually,
Okay.
Oh, and Rachel,
Aha,
we'll bring you in shortly. Okay.
I see. I can fix those.
Let's see what happened. Let's just make sure. Let's go switch to that dashboard for the demo site. Yeah.
They're still there.
Wait, that's right. It was the main one, right? Where it was happening?
Yeah.
Lab Pharma.
Hmm.
Or if we just pop
Sure.
back to that other tab and hit refresh. Right?
This was
I'm losing track.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
sorry.
am too, actually. Yeah.
I just want to check to see if the other ones are HTTP as well. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, basically that's the issue. They're not forcing HTTPS, even though you got the wildcard certificate in. You're not forcing it, and that would be causing exactly the issue you're having.
Okay. Well, that was easy. Thank
Okay,
you.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we're glad that you moved over to our area, and it's Orlando's loss.
Yeah, and I'd be interested in hosting events or meeting up, at a coffee shop or something.
Cool. So you did hear that one, yeah. The problem is right now we've got, let me see, Elaine's in Tampa, Travis is in Newport Richie, I'm in Lakeland, and Jen is in St. Petersburg. So we're kind of like all spread out. So it's kind of hard for us to organize those things. But if you're willing to do it, and you're willing to say, hey, I want to host a coffee hour in Tampa on a set number of days, 1 day a week or 1 day a month or something like that, let us know. We'll put you on the calendar. Okay.
By the way, I'm in Lakeland too, but Tampa's
you
the
are?
closest. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
Yay!
What a coincidence.
There's another Lakeland person here. I'm so happy. Because I've been wanting to do it myself. I've been wanting to do kind of like WordPress Wednesdays. and go like not take over, but you know what I mean. Go sit down at a coffee shop for an hour or two and put up a little things as WordPress, and just be open and available to answer questions or just discuss and talk. So cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to do that, let me know. We'll do it.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. All right. Do you want to go back in the thingy and watch it from there, or are you got any more questions or?
I'll wait, and if we have time at the end, I might
Okay.
have some more questions.
Okay. Well, thanks, Dory. I'm glad you came along. I'm gonna
Thank
drop you
you.
out of the room real quick. All right, Rachel, gonna add you in. Hi. So I saw your question on Meetup. It was about getting emails from cPanel for plugin updates and auto backups, email notifications, etc. Update notifications stopped working for about a year despite re-adding the email, right? That's the problem you're having, is that your emails are not coming. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted? Oh, you are muted.
Oh, I had to find the.
Oh, you found
I'm
it.
used
You're
to
good.
Zoom. Okay, so yes, I've procrastinated. I wanted to join this group for about a year, so thanks for still doing it.
Oh, thank you.
I went back in. I can't even figure out where I went before, but I'm looking in the cPanel. Maybe I just don't know, but I know that the hosting company I use, Direct NIC. They're a small company in Louisiana, but they will like go into my WordPress sometimes if it's difficult for me. So they have great service. I don't know if I need them to help me, but I know they've moved their servers a few times. Like the server names changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe Gmail was blocking it. So I added one of my website emails. But I get Gmail for the comments. So it'll say someone's attempted to put a comment.
Okay. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and I'm also going to put it on the brand thing so that you can find it here. I'll pop it into comments there, and then I'll share it on the screen. There we go. Mailtester, mail-tester.com is a perfect tool to test your email account to see if it's being blocked because of DMARC, your DKIM settings are not set up. There's a whole handful of settings that have to be correct. It's MF, DMARC, DKIM.
But if
this
in
is
this
email,
case,
so it's the website's not sending me the message.
but has it always come from like a WordPress plugin, or like as you mentioned, is it coming from it's coming from cPanel, right?
Yeah, I only have like a handful of plugins because about 3 or 4 years ago I had the white screen and I'm so scared to touch anything in there.
Okay.
So I do the auto backup in cPanel, and I do it's supposed to send me update email. It used to.
Yeah. So if those plugin notifications are coming from cPanel, I would reach out to your host, because it sounds like a configuration issue on their level, especially since you mentioned that they've moved servers around. It's possible they don't even know that these emails aren't going out.
Okay.
Something might have happened.
Yeah, that's at the hosting level. Yeah, that sounds like at the hosting level. But if I got confused. I thought you were talking about your WordPress emails.
No, actually, those I can, I have a contact form that those work, and if someone makes a comment on the WordPress, I get that email, but maybe it's coming directly from WordPress and not Seats.
Yeah, it is. It's when they do a comment, it's going through the PHP mailer. It's going through WP_email or WP mail, and then to PHP mailer, and then sending it out.
I've checked the trash. I checked the junk. I tried to save all the old ones that I had.
Yeah, if it's a cPanel thing and you have your email address set in there correctly, it's nothing you can handle. It's totally them.
Just ask them, and they have great service. Okay.
Okay, good. Well, while we're here, though, I will talk about mailtester.com because it's one of those kind of things that it's one of the
yes, I really appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it again? Can you?
It's called mail-tester.com. Here,
No, but is it for your website email, like one of those?
It's emails? For your website email, like your if you're finding that the emails from your contact form and stuff are not going where they need to go. Hang on a second. All right. If anyone out there watching, if you're watching us and you're actually able to get into YouTube chat, you can ask questions on YouTube chat, and we'll put them on the question thing and answer them from here. Yes, if there's any emails that need to come out of WordPress and they're not getting to you, either you've got a contact form and the emails are not going, or you've got, blog post notifications. I don't know, anything like that. If they're not being sent, it's very possible that your email is being treated as spam. And that's what the mail tester does. It checks for spamminess. It checks to make sure that your domain is registered properly, so that says that your website, your email is allowed to send emails as this website, that kind of stuff. So it does all of those checks for you. It's worth doing. It's a really good, it's a good level set, because that's one of the worst things, especially when you move hosts or you move email accounts even, or you use Gmail as your web admin email, or Outlook, or any of those. So, but is this your first meetup too, Rachel?
Yes, I follow like a web page, but I don't think it's a local one I'm following.
Okay, no worries. So I hope we have answered your question. Okay, then.
Yeah, I'll look into it, and then maybe I'll have other questions. Future one will be doing the secure, what is it, SSQL?
Oh, you mean SSL?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that one.
I just got a new job. I'm learning SQL.
Oh, that's okay. Really simple. SSL is an amazing plugin. It kind of does most of it for you.
Okay.
Highly recommended. Okay. All right. Well, thanks. Good to see you too. Always nice to have extra faces on here. And I'm going to drop you back out for the thing too. Okay. Thanks. All right, Kenneth, you had a question too from the meetup. You wanted a favorite paragraph font and size you use for all websites? I tend to, because it depends. Like, I tend to go for either like an Open Sans or one of the other standard body text fonts like that. A comfortable, clean, easy to read font, 16 pixels minimum. Nothing lower than that. Any lower than that, it's either got to be your legal text that you don't want anybody to read, and so you're going to put it, you're going to put it at 10 or 8 or 11 or something, and put it like light gray on a, But no, if it's going to be something that needs to be legible, your body text should be 16 pixels.
Also for accessibility.
Yeah, for accessibility, exactly. Elaine, you're good on that.
Actually, what I was wondering is there a favorite font type, like Roboto, Helvetica, Verdana, Georgia, that people find works the best?
Usually you would pair a nice heading font with a nice body text. So you would do a serif, maybe a serif for your headline and a sans serif for your text, or the opposite, just to not be so boring. But that's just, I'm a designer.
So. Well, yeah, as a designer too, coming from that viewpoint, there are a lot of, like, especially if you want to use only Google fonts, there is actually if you just search for best font pairings for headlines and body fonts, using Google fonts, you'll get a really good set of suggestions. I don't
or just using
Verdana or Georgia at all. Go ahead.
Using the same font and just changing the weights.
That too.
Honestly, can get you by most of the time.
If if it's a good font family that covers that. Yeah. Not all font families are like Open Sans is excellent because it has really good variety in its font weights. So it works really well for that. So does Montserrat, which is what we use on the.
I feel like once everyone knows what a certain font is, it's time to use a different one.
Yeah. No Papyrus and no Herculaneum and no Comic Sans. Those are the 3 that you're not allowed to use.
Ah, damn! I gotta go change our redesign again.
There you go. Sorry, man. Good one. Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pop these other 2 questions in there, and I think we have a question down here from Carol. Good discussion item though. Ann. I tend to stick with 1 or 2 specific sets. Like I know I've got one site that uses impact for the main and then something else like Bitler or Bitter for the body text, but it looks good. So I don't know. There's so many combinations now on Google Fonts, it's kind of hard to determine which ones are best. So we have a question here, newbie blogger here. One of my posts has over 130,000 hits. most of the others are less than 1,000. Is there a way to be able to tell why that one post is so popular? So you're trying to figure out the virality. Is this a vet, by the way? Because I think there was someone named Yvette in our meetup group that asked understanding blog post traffic. So I'm wondering if this might be that particular question. Why would one be more? If you're using Google Analytics, that's going to be kind of the biggest thing there. If you're using some form of traffic monitoring software like Google Analytics, hi, Yvette. Okay, good. But that wasn't you. Okay. Oh, okay. If you're using some kind of traffic monitoring software for your website traffic, like Google Analytics, or what was the one we talked about last week? Travis, you remember?
Oh,
It's the
Conversion
one
Bridge.
Was it Conversion Bridge? That's one. Okay. There was another one I could have sworn. Okay. I haven't posted the post about all the 50 plugins, so I'm very behind on that. Let me check my spreadsheet real quick, and I will tell you what the other one was. SEO, Yoast, Fathom Analytics was the other one. Okay, but yeah, Conversion Bridge, WP, Fathom Analytics, or Google Analytics. Basically, that's going to be your methodology of that. Is that you're going to have to look at something that analyzes your traffic. Yoast is only going to be for publishing your traffic. It's not going to give you analysis of where your traffic is coming from or why a post is more viral than another one. I don't believe, unless you pay for it. Is that correct? Because I've never been able to get that out of Yoast. It'll tell you if it's got the right keywords, etc., for Google, but it's not going to tell you why is this post better than that post. You know what I mean? It's not going to do an A/B test. So you kind of need to see. You have to look at the traffic from Google Analytics or Fathom Analytics to determine for that post where are most people finding out about it from. You know, where are they getting are they doing a keyword search that's pointing them to that post, or is it something that matter? I mean, can you give us a link to the post, Yvette? That might.
You also
I
might
guess
want
I
to.
would also ask her the question: is it only on the website where the post exists, or has she posted that to half a dozen or more social media platforms?
Yeah, because that would be the bigger thing too. Is if you are promoting it in other places, that's going to increase its virality quite a bit.
Also, is the post answering a question that is a popular kind of question, or going viral kind of question?
Yeah.
The content.
Like there's certain kind of posts, like, you know, if you're going to say like how to use a Phillips head screwdriver, that's not terribly viral. But if you're going to say how to pick out, you know, tools out of like, or how to put together a set of tools that work best for you for your standard contractor, that's a good post. That kind of a post would go more. So, you know, it depends on that kind of stuff. She says, no, I didn't advertise it anywhere else, and it's just a basic post. Yeah, you'd have to share it, Yvette. So, and if are you using Google Analytics or anything like that? This is Yvette's actually chatting with us in our YouTube chat. So,
how many words is the post?
That's another question too. How many words is the post? If you're using Yoast, I mean, did it have like a really good green traffic light signals across the board? And maybe your other posts aren't getting that. You're not using it. You're not going to be able to find out anything without that. Without using Google Analytics or Fathom Analytics, you're not going to be able to determine why your post is viral. It's just not possible. Didn't even have any green signals. Yeah, that's what I would do, Yvette, is I would honestly install Fathom Analytics or Google Analytics, either one. I find Google Analytics really complicated, especially now. So I would recommend Fathom Analytics. It's also free. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Fathom Analytics. It's also more privacy based. So here you go. It has a free trial. Here you go. I'll Well, Kenneth, since you answer questions, I'm going to keep you on the screen. All right. So we had another question that came in from the world out there. Let's see. Did I start? Here it is. I found it. Carol Briggs asks, power margins set in table press. Also, the sort option has an infinite sorters on the right of the 4 columns I have. Now, I have never used table press. It is a free plugin. They have paid support, but they do have a very active support forum on WordPress.org. I was checking to see if they had a Facebook group or anything like that, but they don't. And I could not find your answer on their documentation. So I'm going to recommend to you that you open up a forum question for them on their table press WordPress site. Hang on a second, I'll find you where that is real quick. Here we go. And I'm going to share this real quick. Come on, wake up. Come on, StreamYard. Where's that? Oh. I was sharing the wrong screen. Share screen, Chrome tab. Here we go. All right, let me zoom that up a little bit. That link is from their WordPress plugin page. And if you actually do that, if you go to like their plugin page here, you can click on support to the far right. And you can actually ask your question on WordPress support forum. And you can see how quickly they answer questions. Like there's not a single one here that hasn't been answered. So that's actually a good sign. And you can also see that their most recent by one of their guys is within less than 2. They answered it within 2 hours and 6 minutes and stuff. So they are answering questions pretty quickly. So that's my recommendation. And you can see which ones are answered because they have a little green check mark to the left. So they don't have very many unanswered questions. So that's going to be my recommendation, Carol, is to ask that question specifically on their WordPress forum. Okay. All right. Well, where did you get the support page from? Okay. Want me to walk through that again? If you're on WordPress.org, here, I'll go back. I'll back my way into it. Okay. I'm on WordPress.org. Oh, that's helpful. We want to go to where's plugins? Extend plugins. Okay. From plugins, you want to search TablePress. And it's right there. Click the plugin. And then from there, underneath their header, they're going to have like the tags going across the top. Click on support. And that will open up this forum, the WordPress forum for that plugin. Okay. And you can post from here. You can log in to create a topic. You will have to create like a WordPress.org account, but they're pretty easy to create. So that's pretty much it. And she said, thanks. Yay. Always happy to help. I'm glad that was helpful. All right, let's see. We got Rachel's, we got Carol's, we got Dory's, we got Ken's, we got Yvette's. Austin asked, I'm interested in building a website. And that's all he asked. This is his first event that he was coming to, so I don't know if he's out there or not. But if you're interested in building a website, okay. You got to either find hosting, or if you're wanting to try out WordPress for the first time and kind of figure out and see how it feels, you can do free accounts at WordPress.com. I don't know if there's any other places that let you do a built WordPress.org style thing for free.
Well, that leads me to my question.
Yeah.
WordPress Playground.
Oh, that's an idea. Hang on.
I don't know much
It's the
about it.
WP.
It's more for developers, right?
Is it really more? Yeah, it is really
But
more.
it's in the browser. You build a site in the browser somehow.
Well, yeah. I mean, it lets you try a block, a theme, or a plugin, build an entire site, save it, host it, test it. Yeah, hang on. Let me share this. Share this tab instead. So yeah, this is WordPress.org Playground. It's hosted over InstaWP, right? Isn't that what you said?
It's what? It's
Yes.
WordPress.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this might be a method to play with it. It would allow you to play with it, I think, because you can build an entire site, save it and host it. So
It has to be temporary. It has to be a temporary site, of
that's
course.
okay. I mean, you can always
Since
save
the
the data.
WP is temporary.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, that's one method right there that will get you a place to start from. But if you're learning WordPress and you haven't really, completely got it yet, we tend to recommend, StreamYard. Oh, I wasn't sharing that. I'm sorry. That was my bad. That was WordPress Playground, the thing I was talking about. That was what the site looks like. But it basically is try WordPress Playground. That is WordPress.org Playground. I'll share that in the chat too as well. We got somebody else join us, did we? No. Okay. That is this site, WordPress.org Playground. And that allows you to spin up a WordPress site for free and play around and test out plugins, themes, etc. So,
did we mention local?
Local is also a good one. Let me do that one real quick. I like Local by Flywheel because it lets you play. And yeah. I'll share this tab instead.
I think they just go by local WP now.
Yeah, Local WP, but it's Local by Flywheel. It's who owns it, who makes it, etc. This website allows you to download an app that runs on Windows or Mac. And where else? I can't remember where else. Hide current comment. This is Local WP. Oh, that link. Hearing people dinging and out. Okay. I'm hearing somebody's cars drive by. Hopefully they're not mine. Yeah, that's localwp.com. Allows you to basically download for free and set up a local installation of a web server with SQL and PHP and WordPress, and it just builds it all for you, so you can get the plan right there. So that is my preferred method for building something to test, where I don't want to basically waste a hosting site just for something like that. And WordPress.com I don't like because it's too different from WordPress.org, and I'm comfortable with WordPress.org. So another question come in here. From Natasha Alonso asks, I am interested in learning WordPress and the Cadence framework. Are there certain sites or courses you recommend? Okay. Let me stop sharing this one real quick. I think with Cadence, I'm almost positive they have a Facebook group. Yeah.
Yeah, Cadence, I use Cadence for about half my client sites. They have a strong Facebook support, and their business support is awesome.
Share this tab instead. That's the thing. I'm going to copy their link to their Facebook group into the chat real quick. As soon as I get to the tab. And it's facebook.com groups web creator community, but it's by Cadence WP. And as far as like tutorials and stuff, I would ask there, because they're going to know, based on your you can tell them what your skill level is and go from there. Right, Ken? Oh, Ken, do you go by Kenneth or Ken?
Hey, you works too.
No. Which one do you prefer, Ken or Kenneth?
Ken is shorter, so I generally go with Ken.
Yeah, I go by Jim for the same reason. So.
Yep.
Okay, Natasha, I'm glad we were able to help you there. Yay.
The only time I got called Kenneth as a kid was when my mom was mad at me.
James Edward is what I get called when someone's mad at me. All right. So we are at 7:14. We're actually doing pretty good. Not bad at all. We've answered all the questions from Meetup. Let's see. So, Ken, did you catch our earlier discussion about what we're going to be talking about next month?
I did not.
Okay. We're going to be doing a talk on basically about block editor. Classic versus block themes, block builders versus the block editor. And if you would, are you in our Slack group? Our Slack chat?
Don't recall. I don't think so.
Okay. Would you mind joining it?
Sure.
Cool. Because I would like to get some of your feedback in, because you're one of the few people I do know that actually uses one of the other. I mean, it is a block editor, but it's their own version of the block editor. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I've used so many over the years. Right now, last 5 years, I've pretty much been exclusively Elementor and Cadence.
Okay. But yes, getting a feedback from someone else along those lines would not be a bad idea for us.
Be happy to help.
Our goal is to kind of discuss the WordPress why of the block editor and why they're going in that direction and why they're trying to get folks to shift and stuff like that. And of course, it's been several years now, so but we also don't know what that kind of a shift is going to do to the rest of the market out there either, because as has always been the case, we've always had to add on top of WordPress to get the sites we needed. So obviously you want to do it in the most WordPress centric way, so you don't end up like with a backend that's going to die below you. Okay, cool. But yeah, that'll be if you can do it on Slack, I want to kind of get a discussion chat going in there, if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, I'll join while we're chatting.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it. And anybody else that's out there too. Our Slack chat is not terribly active, but it's not active because it's mostly just the meetup leaders, the organizers, chatting out our own little channel about the next meetup group. So if folks are actually out there chatting in our Facebook group or on our, I'm not a Facebook user, so I tend to post our stuff onto Facebook and I'll respond or point people in directions and stuff. But I am much more active in Slack. So if you are comfortable in Slack, please join our Slack chat, because our Slack chat could become much more active than it is. So, yeah. I don't see any more questions, and we have answered everything. So I think we're covered. If you were joining late or joined at any point in time during the call and have a question and it didn't get answered, please feel free to ask it. My windows are going a little insane at the moment because I have those little hot corners on my Mac and it's doing weird Windows settings, and I keep forgetting that my lower left corner is move everything out of the way mode, and I keep moving my mouse down there like an idiot. Oh, wait a minute, we got one more. We have room for one more. Javier Cueva asks, mouse, stop that. Okay, stop that mouse. I said it, stop it. Cut it out. It's jumping all over the freaking place. All right, stop it, please. Cut it out. Okay, so, all right, I'm just gonna have to ask it. Javier asks, I am new here too, and the stream is great. I have a question. On contact form 7, is there a way to insert custom info in the autoresponder based on the page post ID the form is located, or just a plugin? There should be a, I know that most of the form plugins have some form of like embed URL, which is basically they can pick up the information about the post where it's posted. My mouse is acting like a little insane, so I can't search right now. So I'm going to have to ask one of the other guys to do that. Travis, if you want to like do a quick search on that one, can you search for contact form 7 specifically if they have any way to like pull in the post ID or post information? Oh, this mouse is big. Come on. Is it going to do it? Is it going to? Nope, it's not. It's sliding crazy. What the hell is going on here? I may have to restart. My mouse is acting like an insane, crazy mouse.
I'm not seeing anything immediately because they're very limited in what they include out of the box.
That's true.
As far as what you can put in there.
Embed URL. I just did contact form 7. How to embed contact form 7.
A quick search isn't pulling up anything.
Yeah. See, with Gravity Forms, we use a short merge tag called embed underscore URL and or embed. Yeah, it's the one, which basically allows you to pull in information about the embedded about the location where the post is embedded. So let's see, special magic tags. Oh wait a minute, there we go. Contact is that? Yeah, it is contact form 7. Okay, there is a. Okay, let me see if I can share this. Nope, not gonna let me do this.
Special mail tags.
Yeah, special mail tags. That's what it's called. Special mail
That
tags.
can pull in like post related information and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you search for special mail tags, contact form 7 on or contactform7.com/special mail tags, I think you'll find the answer you're looking for. Yeah. Come on, you know.
Okay, I'm on the Slack channel. I sent you guys a hello.
All right, awesome. Okay, I'll take it from there. Come on now. Man, sorry. Trying to get back to StreamYard. There we go. All right. Well, hopefully that answered your question, Xavier. I know you might be a little bit delayed because of the way these things work. So I am not seeing any more questions, and we're at 7:20.
Dory has asked something right in our chat here.
Oh, she has? Okay. Can you share it?
I'm just interested if there are any free plugins for menus with cool animations. That almost sounds like a Cadence thing, doesn't it? Cadence does animation.
Or Mega Menu. Yeah, or Mega Menu.
Yeah, WP Mega Menu has, at least the free version hasn't been updated in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means anything because I haven't touched it. Like, it could be fine.
Yeah.
Not having been updated in a while. They do have a pro version that does let you do like drag and drop and styling and all that kind of stuff. So that's in animations. That's probably the solution.
Yeah.
If you just search for WP Mega Menu.
She says thanks.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I'm trying to turn off my hot corners, and it's like, this is driving me crazy. I've never had my Mac do this to me before.
Oh, and the pro version of WP Mega Menu is only $19 per year, so it's not too bad.
Oh, that's not too bad at all. Is that for any unlimited sites?
Let me check.
You're really pushing your luck, Jim.
What?
Oh, it's not enough that it's like $1.50. No, but can I use it
I
on
want unlimited
unlimited
sites. Give
site?
me everything. Give it all to me now. Sorry, I can't help it. Oh, come on. Javier says that's great.
That is really weird. There is no pricing table on this site, despite it linking to one. Do they not sell it anymore?
Uh-oh. Okay.
That's really weird.
I'm trying to see if I can even get my mouse up to the little button where it says end stream. Because I'm going to have a hard time running the branding on this if I can't get to those little areas on the screen. So let me just see if I can kill some things. I've got the Slack. You. You. Kill everything else that's open today. All right. Chrome is the only thing I have open now. And are you letting me have my mouse? Let me have my mouse. Come on, dang it. Heath.
It's a good reminder to always keep a wired mouse.
It is a wired mouse. That's the problem. But it's a wired mouse that I had to move onto a USB-C converter. And I think that's the problem. So, yeah.
It's too much for it. Yeah.
It's too much for it. It's like driving it insane right now. I'm actually going to just plug it and see if that makes a difference. Oh, I have no mouse now. Oh, lovely. But I have the... Oh, I don't have a mouse because there's no thing over there. Never mind. Let's try replugging it back in. It's doing something. Okay. Yes, that is kind of fixing it. Not kind of fixing it. All right. I needed to learn the keyboard shortcuts to do all these things, unfortunately. So we may end up. Now, Elaine, do you have the end stream button in yours? Because you are higher level access, because you can access the private chat. Do you see the end stream at the very top of the screen?
It says stream this to your audience.
No, at the top menu, like where it Do you have access to the end stream button?
I don't see any end stream button. No. Yeah, mine buttons are at the bottom. Mute.
Oh, no,
stop
this would
share,
be,
blah, blah,
yeah.
Present. Leave studio.
Yeah, not those. This would be the stream controlling buttons. Wow. You know what? I'm going to do this the hard way. No, it's not going to work here. Sorry, guys. We're like breaking. We've never had this issue before. Come on, mouse. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. All right. I'm where I need to be now, kind of. We'll see. All right. So thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you, Dory, for dropping in from Orlando Lakeland now and asking questions. Thank you.
Hope to see you again.
Hope to see you again. Thank you, Ken, for jumping in and becoming a helper on this whole thing. And I'm going to kill myself. No, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel, for also joining. Thank you, Javier, for asking questions. Thank you, Yvette, for asking questions. Thank everyone for asking questions. You make this Ask Us Anything go so much quicker when there's actually questions to be asked.
Wait, was I supposed to ask a question?
Maybe.
Next time. Next time.
Next time you can ask a
Next
question.
time.
Next time.
There you go. So make sure you visit our
Bye,
website
guys.
at All right, bye, Ken. Thanks again for joining. Make sure you visit our website at wptampabay.org. Make sure that you like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Those are those little buttons down there at the bottom of the channel. They help us with our analytics and stuff like that. And we will see you again next month for a discussion on Gutenberg, block editor, block themes versus classic themes, and block editor versus builders and stuff like that. And that will be on April 19th. Is that right? I'm trying to use my memory here. It's the second Tuesday or the third Tuesday.
Third Tuesday.
Third
That
Tuesday of the month.
is April 16th.
April 16th. Thank you. Okay, got it.
Let's get that right this time.
Yeah. Day after tax day.
Oh, that's right. The day after tax day. So that should be a fun one. So we will all see you here next month. Thank you again, Elaine and Travis, for being here and keeping me sane, because
And thank you guys.
it's always a wonderful thing. And we will see you all again next. Thank you for watching a recorded session from WordPress Tampa Bay Meetup. We meet monthly through Meetup on live stream on the third Tuesday of the month through our YouTube channel and Facebook group. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up in YouTube and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of new videos. Find out more about WordPress Tampa Bay at our website at wptampabay.org. Thanks.